What is up, guys? Mega back on another video, and today is another diorama dissection. I have not done one of these in a while, so I was like, you know what? This is a cool way to do it. I feel like these are going to get reviewed so many times. They've already been reviewed by Demarcation Media, but if you don't know about diorama dissection, what it is I review things based on how they function in dioramas, because that's kind of what I think I'm best at. That's what my community really likes. So that's what I'm going to be talking about today with these figures. Just to go into it, this is Decimus. We have Lights of St. Helios, Ramos ODST, Agent Locke, and then Spartan Linda. And these are in their packages, so I'm actually going to take them out in just a sec. Alright guys, so now I've got them out of the package. And honestly, all of them look great. I mean, Linda looks amazing. We're going to go into detail of all of them. But, I mean, this is actually one of the strongest series. The only thing they could really improve with it is make it 6 figures. I mean, 7 would even be good. But, yeah, I mean, every one of them is great. But if they're going to keep doing these smaller series, I think they need to trim some of the fat. And I would say that Decimus really falls into that. I'm going to go into more of this at the end. I just want to get this pre-shot out. Alright, so let's start out with the character that I think is the worst. I mean, it's Decimus. I have 2 other Decimuses. The thing about the Brutes, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm going to go into this again, is that they have no, they have a lot less diorama value because they're so small. Especially when we're talking about these figures that are supposed to be these larger-than-life figures. I mean, Decimus is supposed to be one of the most intimidating brutes there is. I mean, he's supposed to tower over humans. He's even supposed to tower over other brutes, really. But this is him, let's just say, next to Linda. It looks like Linda's taller than him. It just takes away a lot of the value, in my opinion, of the intimidation factor of the brutes. I won't go into it too much, but also we have 2 of him already. The only Decimus that I think is really, really good for dioramas is the Mech Decimus that comes with the Frost Raven versus Decimus set. Again, that's a really hard one to find, but still, that's an incredible set. But, I mean, the details are nice. I don't hate it by any means. Like, if I was going to get a Decimus figure, I mean, this one, I don't think it's set up itself apart from the others by any means, but it's decent. The weapon, on the other hand, this gravity hammer, might be it's probably one of the best ones they've done. It has this very nice copper color. My camera doesn't capture it incredibly well, but it does really look nice. Alright, so let's move on to the next one. Alright, now we're moving on to something that kind of surprised me. When I first saw this figure, I was like, okay, I don't care about this. I kind of do have some theories on if this is from Halo Nightfall. I think it could be from Halo Infinite, and they're just trying not to spoil anything, because we know that Locke loses at least part of his armor to Hyperius. I'm not going to go into much into lore speculation, but this is a really nice figure. And he's jacked. I mean, look at those arms. Like, what even is that? Like, why? I don't know why they decided to make him like a Hulk type character, but yeah, they did. And I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of funny. Like, it's I think that could be a great meme, is that Locke is just super jacked. But yeah, the face mold is really good. I'm glad they didn't put a hole on his helmet or on his head. That would have been a little bit annoying, especially because he's supposed to be going unhelmeted. Although if they did give his helmet, that would be kind of cool. Some of these details really took me by surprise. This like little arm piece where it's like some sort of sleeve, I guess, or some sort of part of an armor is really awesome. I like the dog tags a lot. This little piece of equipment right there is really nice. It's just like has some details that they didn't really have to do, and they did. So I appreciate that a lot. So this figure actually surprised me a lot. Oh, and as far as the diorama ability of this, if you're going to make a Halo Nightfall diorama, let's say you have this figure, this is in a diorama right now, but you have the Smuggler's Intercept. This figure can add a lot to that diorama, and I've been thinking about doing a series where I do a diorama for every piece of Halo media. That's kind of in the works. I don't have too much for it yet, but this could be good for that. But as far as just like a general diorama, unless you have Locke in your storyline, it's going to be hard to incorporate him. And that's sort of the problem with this series as a whole. a lot of them are main characters, which is a good thing to a high degree because they're very collectible, they're very cool, they have unique armors, but also it's it limits how many dioramas you could have them in. I like this stand a lot. That Oni stand is super nice in my opinion. He's a great figure. Diorama ability, I think like maybe a 5. I mean, he's a good figure, but you can't have him in too many dioramas. And Decimus, I'm going to give him a 2, by the way. All right, let's move to the next one. And it is Linda. Now, this Linda is... It's a weird one. I love the sniper rifle. I mean, that sniper rifle is absolutely gorgeous. Like, the paint applications on it are super nice. I also like the blue team stand. I think that's really nice. And some of the details that they have on Linda are great. But then again... Well, I'll go into this in a second. First, I want to talk about what's great. Look at that like chest piece detail. That is really, really nice. And then there is the back of the helmet detail. I think that grooved look is really nice. I think they just did a lot of really cool like, little indentions in the armor. And I think that shoulder piece is new too. But then there are some details where I'm just like, why did they do this? I know you might not be able to see this with my camera, but there's no paint applications on her eyepiece. Like, why? Gosh, I can't even get it. But yeah, there should be like some little gold pieces right there. Also, this helmet is a little bit different from the old one. I like the old one better. It just had a few more like knob modules coming out. I just liked it a little bit more, and also it had the painted gold. So I'd have to take away from this figure on that front, but what's great about this is if you're trying to have blue team with the new armors and stuff from Infinite and like this timeline, this is really great for that because this is going to be accurate. And now we have the full team. We have Fred, Master Chief. We have probably 40 of him. We also have Kelly. So we have all of them, and I think that's really great. So for the diorama ability, I'm going to give her maybe a 6 because a lot of people will probably want to have blue team, especially if they're actually in the DLC. So I think she looks okay. I just think that the paint application in the eyes is the most important thing missing for me. All right, now we're going on to one of the figures that I was excited about, but I just started getting excited about it recently. So this is I almost said Romeo. Ramos, sorry. And I think it's really cool about this whole team. It's from an arcade cabinet game. So that's like super obscure. Not many Halo fans actually know that even exists. I'm sure most of you don't even really know much about it unless you watch Domain or you're really into the lore or something. But this figure is super cool. Like, the fact that they would go and find something that deep of a cut is really awesome. I really like his armor pieces. They have this nice metallic silver that really like shows up well. And then they also have the ODST insignia on his chest. Again, it's struggling to track it in the lighting, but I think that's really, really nice. Come on, focus. Probably not gonna happen. But I think that green is just a really unique color. I think that this figure has a lot of potential for pop and swaps. Like, you could do so much with this. The green visor is also something I've never seen before, so that's really nice. And then also Fireteam Raven. Like, it's kind of sad that the rest of them are not going to have the Fireteam Raven on their stand. Like, that actually stinks because it would look so good to have them all like that. And I actually really like these new stands. I didn't like them at first, but I do now. Diorama ability. Oh wait, first one more thing. The assault rifle is one of the nicest paint jobs ever. It's so slick, and it also has the muzzle flare style, so you can put those on, and it just looks really nice. Probably if not the nicest, one of the nicest assault rifles. Sorry about the focus. All right. So yeah, as far as diorama ability, I'm actually going to give him a 7. And sure, a Fireteam Raven diorama is unlikely just because there's so few people that know about it. But people love ODSTs. And there hasn't been just like a normal ODST figure release in so long. And this guy is green, he's not purple or blue. So he could fit into people who don't really care about the lore's dioramas as just a normal ODST really well. And also the pop and swap, these shoulders could lead to some really nice looking figures. So yeah, I think I'm gonna give him a 7. All right, now we are on to the final, and I'm actually gonna go into a lot more detail about this guy, just because he's so awesome and he's such a long-awaited figure that yeah, I made a video top 10 elites that need to be made. It might be top 5, but this was one of the main ones, and that partially was made because I have this figure right here, and that is, I loved this figure. I didn't use it in dioramas just because I don't really use old articulation, but I had it on display in my my shelf. I was like, okay, this is an amazing figure, and he still is an amazing figure. He has that nice metallic glow, that white contrasts really well. But look at how small he looks compared to this one. Like, I mean, this figure you can have in dioramas, and he'll look like, oh, this figure stands out in dioramas. I mean, that's absolutely amazing. Also, I might have bought 4 of them. Or the rumor is that I bought 4 of them. So yeah, sorry for whoever came to that case next. I'm not going to sell them or anything. These are going into my dioramas. But there's a Light of St. Helios stand. Amazing. And then just the contrast, like these paint details are so nice. Like the way that helmet curves and the little intricate black pattern. Also the pike is incredible too. Like it looks good from almost every angle. This might be one of the coolest looking weapons. The only kind of, it's not really even a problem, it's just like nitpicking I guess, is that it matches, the pike matches the armor and it kind of makes it look a little bit weird, but it's not really a problem. Also look at these side pieces right here, like the leg piece, that's an amazing piece. Intricate details, the shoulder piece, amazing piece. But here's kind of a thing that I think a lot of people haven't actually got to do, and that's compare him to the old one. I don't know if this is going to be a controversial opinion, but I actually prefer the old one. I love them both. I bought 4 of the white ones, so it's obvious that I love them both. I only have 2 of the red one because I didn't really have money back when I was collecting during that time period. But I just love the way the red one contrasts. Like, I mean, it's almost like a dark blue, and the way it contrasts that red armor is incredible. Again, I'm not trying to diss the white one. It's just I like the red a little bit better. But the great thing about them is you can have them both in dioramas. And you can have them, the white ones leading the red ones. Again, hopefully they release more red ones, because then we'll be able to have these huge dioramas. But yeah. Anyway, I prefer the red one slightly, but they're both amazing. So for diorama ability, I am going to give the Lights of St. Helios a 9 on diorama ability. I mean, you can have it stabbing someone with the pike. You can have it just guarding a prophet. You can have it leading other troops into battle. You can have it as a pilot if you want. It's just like an amazing figure. I think that so many people are going to want tons of these. I worry that we're going to just find boxes that are emptied out of these. Hopefully, guys, don't buy them and then scalp them, please. Like, just let other collectors. I know I bought 4, but I'm not trading them or selling them or anything. I left one just so someone could get another full set. But I didn't want to get scalped on them later on. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys enjoy this figure as much as I do. And then 1 second, I'm going to line them all back up, and then I'll give my general thoughts. Alright guys, time for my final thoughts. And here is kind of how I'm rating Series 15. It's got so many positives. I mean, the detail, the figures they chose are so cool. Halo Universe has started off great, and it excites me that they're going to do, deep cuts like from the arcade machines or from Nightfall or, Lights of St. Helios. I think that this series is going to have so much potential, and I can't wait for what they release next. But diorama ability, collectability, they're like a 9 or 10, but that's not what I really focus on the most, although I am a collector partially. The thing I focus on is what can I do with these figures in a diorama. And for me, for someone who makes a ton of dioramas and wants to do things that are really, focused on the lore and go into a lot of things, they're really great. I think it's like a 7 or an 8 for me. But if you're someone who just makes dioramas and you like having main characters, but you don't you maybe struggle to make stories around them, things like that, this series is not going to do as well for you. Although if you're, not someone who focuses on the lore and you just like figures, I think this set has a ton of potential. Especially just like some of the unique parts that they use. I mean, these shoulder pieces, or jacked Locke, or Lysis and Helios are super dioramable. But yeah, so I think these figures are great. I'm going to give them an 8 for myself on dioramability, but for the average person, I'd say probably a 6 if you just make dioramas every once in a while. Yeah, that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I know these reviews are, a little bit all over the place. I'm still working on it, but I hope you enjoy them, and I hope this gives you a little bit of a different taste as to compared to other reviewers. But yeah, thank you guys so much, and have a great day. Oh, like, subscribe, and comment. Bye.